Hi everyone. Today it's very cloudy and just kind of gloomy overcast, and I think it seems like a good day for taking a trip to the bins. It's been a couple weeks, I don't know, maybe even 3. I was trying to go a full month and just go once a month to the bins because it's kind of a drive for me, but I've been watching some different YouTube videos and it's just got me wanting to go. So let's go dig today and see what we can find. Alright everyone, so I am back. It's the next day. I've unloaded everything. I've washed everything that I bought. So let's dig in and see what I did find at the bins. Start with something that's kind of a little bit more boring. They had a lot of like overstock Christmas cards and little Christmas crafty packages, things like that, gift tags. But I did pick up these 2 boxes of Christmas cards. There's different pictures, and I thought I will save these for Christmas. Yeah, so next I found these metal picture frames. Looks like they've got some stuff in them that I will probably take out, and they're a nice color. They're kind of like a shabby chic style, but they're just kind of a metal tin decorative pattern, and there were 2 of them. So I did go ahead and grab those. I do tend to get a little pick happy, I guess, and will throw stuff in my cart, and then I don't usually assess my cart that much because it was really overflowing yesterday. And so I was like, I'm just getting whatever I picked up. Some of the things I'm kind of like, why did I get that? But it's fine. Next, I picked up this little print. It says wildflowers on it, $19.95. It does need cleaning, but I'm not super fond of like the burgundy, but I'll put it in my booth and see what happens. But I thought the little dried pressed flowers were really sweet. I did recently sell something like this. It was actually smaller, and I sold it for quite a bit in my booth. Next, I picked up this vintage fruit picture. I noticed like these seem to be in, like if you follow like Studio McGee, things like that at Target, this seems to be something that's coming back around. The frame needs some help. It's pretty banged up, but I thought that the picture inside was pretty subtle. There's no hanging hardware, so I will have to attach something, but it is got this gold around the frame, which I do like, but I will probably, I don't know, paint the frame, or it just needs some sanding down or just cleaned up. I'm not sure, but I did go ahead and grab that to put in my booth. Next, I picked up just a regular gold picture frame. I do like to print some things off of graphicsfairy.com and just put them in there so they're not sitting in just like this. There's something in there, but it definitely needs cleaned up, but I just thought it was a nice gold color. All right, next I found these two little guys. They don't say anything on them, so I'm not sure if they are vintage or not. They're little Christmas ornaments. They've got like, they're glass, and they've got just a little tiny hook at the top for hanging. Their faces look older, but I can't find anything online to verify like how old they are, what like who made them. So I did just throw those in my cart. Next, I found this little dish. At first I thought it was ironstone because it's nice and chunky and thick, but there is like a modern day mark on the bottom, but that's okay. I still think it's cute and I like the color of it, so I will do something with it. Next, I did pick up this dish. It is ironstone. It's an Alfred and Meakin, made in England. I did wash it up, so it does have some staining on the bottom there. So it does have some marks. It does have some crazing. In person, you can see the crazing. I don't know if you can see it on there. It does have a really nice mark stamp on the back. So I'm not sure if I'll keep this for my own collection or put it in my booth. I'm still deciding, but I did grab that. The next piece I picked up was this really pretty Crayer and Ives by Homer Laughlin. It's just a small little miniature oval platter plate. It does have a nice mark stamp on the back, but I thought it was really kind of pretty. It's more of like a pink, reddish pink color, and I thought that would be really nice decoration for winter, for Valentine's Day that's coming up. I do love Crayer and Ives prints, but this will probably make its way into my booth. Next, I found this little circular cutting board. I am always a sucker for picking these up. I never seem to be able to leave them behind. I considered resanding it, and I might. It does have kind of like a ring around the back. I don't think it's like anything super special, but I do like to collect these and stack them together in my kitchen. So I did grab this. Next up, I picked up this little circular frame. It's just like a small ceramic frame with this like cobalt blue like phlox print around the outside. I did try to look up some comps to see if it was anything. It doesn't really seem to be anything, so probably just a few dollars. It says it was made in Taiwan, but I thought it's kind of got that cottage, maybe a little bit of greeny vibe to it, so I grabbed it. Next, I found a set of these 4 vintage metal jello molds. There was 4 of them. I did pick them all up. They don't seem to be going for very much on eBay. I don't know, probably like $1 a piece, maybe $2 at the most. I have seen where people will screw these into different things, like a long piece, and make a little centerpiece out of it, like a long piece of wood, or you could put it on top of a like a spindle and do something with that. I'm not quite sure my plans for these. I really think they're cute and would be cute just stacked like in a kitchen somewhere in some kind of a cabinet, but I will probably sell them in my booth for like $7 or $8 for the set. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Next, I picked this up, and this little mug. I'm not sure why. It was one of the first things I picked up. I put it in my cart, and I thought I'm just going to kind of think about it. I'll look it up, and then I never did. And so when I got to the car, I was like, why did I buy this? I did look it up, and it is just a vintage mandala milk glass cup, and they seem to be listing for about $10 each on Etsy and eBay. So I might put it in my booth, or I might, it is heavy, so I don't know. It probably will just go in my booth. This is kind of odd, but I did find it and I just tossed it in my cart. It's just this little Hot Wheels Wienermobile from 1993. These appear to be on eBay for like $5 and $8 selling, so I might go ahead and just list it there. Next, I picked up this vintage West Bend bundt cake pan. It's actually very heavy. It's like a cast aluminum when I looked it up, and these seem to be selling for about $20 on eBay as well. So I may list it on that. It's just that shipping is kind of a lot because it is so heavy, but it's kind of a neat piece. I also picked up this like fake vintage looking can. Would be cute for some kind of a display in someone's kitchen, and I will just put this in my booth and sell it for a couple bucks. I also picked up this little bronze baby shoe. I only found one. I'm not really sure why I picked it up. It appears to have like some glue on the bottom. I could probably take my heat gun to it, see if I could get it off. I think that it would be kind of cute if I added just a little bit of greenery to it, because it kind of looks like a copper bronze color. So it might be kind of a cute little shelf sitter, or like on a stack of like vintage books on a shelf. I thought that would be cute. So I don't know, kind of regretted picking this up, but whatever. Next up, I picked up 2 of these jars with a little chalk label on them. This one's still a little bit wet. I couldn't really get the name off the front very well when I scrubbed and washed it, but I did get them clean. These would be great to hold like craft supplies or something, like on a shelf in a craft room. Just really anything, and you could turn them around and leave it like that. So I probably will sell these in my booth with something in them. You can make some kind of like little like Easter scene with some moss or something and a rabbit in there, and write Happy Easter on the label, something like that. So I went ahead and grabbed those. Next, I picked up this vintage Home Co. little wooden candle holder. It says that it is made in Japan. I think that I will just leave it as is. There's like a tiny little nail poking out. I will leave it as is and just clean it up and add a little candle. And I don't know. I think he just needs clean. It's cute. I haven't looked these up yet to see what they're going for, and I only found one. But I found this little planter. It just looks like an older crock. I thought it was really cute. It looks like it has a sticker, and it's from like Gordman's. But I really do like it, and I might keep it for myself. I'm not sure yet, but to put like some greenery in it or some plants. I just thought it was really cute with the number stamp on the front. Next, I picked up, there were some different like cardboard cutouts in a bin that they had just rolled out. But I did see this guy, and the fact that he has little fasteners where he moves and bends, he just reminded me of something that I would have had in my house as a kid or at school or something. So I thought that he was kind of cute, and he's in really great condition. So I'll just cut this little string off of him and either keep him in my collection or put him in my booth next Christmas. Next I found, as I was getting ready to leave in one of the Christmas bins, this little guy. He is kind of scary looking, yes. He is very old, and he does have a made in Japan sticker on the bottom of him. He, I don't know, has this hanger on the back, and it looks like it's just a safety pin on the back now. I don't know if he used to tie. He does not open up. I've asked on some groups what they think he is, because I've never seen one before. A lot of people didn't think, they didn't know either. But it's kind of just like this. And so he, I believe, used to hang on a door, and you would put your pajamas in him. So I think he's just a little pajama bag, or someone else thought maybe like a mail, like people put their Christmas cards in the back. But just given the size of the opening and that this is closed, I think that it is just like a pajama bag. So he's different. I do plan on selling him. I just haven't found anything like him online to like give me an idea of what he might be worth. So I did pick that up. Another thing I did grab was this, I think it said 1988 when I looked it up. I will post the picture of the comp I found of them selling. It looks like one sold before Christmas this past year, and it sold for 25 bucks. So it is just like a vintage Sesame Street Snuffleupagus stocking, and I do plan on listing him online for sale. So next I found a bag with these two little house ornaments, or church ornaments, sorry. And I don't know. I went ahead and grabbed them. I thought they would be cute to set out, or even just to put as filler in my booth next Christmas. But so I did grab those. Next I grabbed two of these. They're just plastic bells, and I do plan on ripping all this greenery and bow off, and I will repaint them and just make them look like aged bells. I really wanted some this Christmas, and I couldn't really find any. So these will be a great Christmas DIY, and then I will just rehang them with some different ribbon or whatever. But yeah, so these will get a makeover. Along the same Christmas line, I did pick up this small Christmas tree skirt. I don't see any tags on it anywhere, like where it's made, so I can kind of date it, but it's definitely vintage. They had two. One had a cut slit. This one is just like a perfect circle, and the other one was just not as in very good condition. But this one is pretty good. It's got this like vintage felted fabric, and then this little braided stuff at the end, and it just opens up to a big circle. So I will probably sell that in my booth this next Christmas. I also found this old like Victorian little picture in this little metal frame. It says it was made in Italy, and I thought it was interesting. The tag on the back says it was $1.50, and it says Famous Bar Company, but like it's a sticker. So I didn't have a whole lot of luck of like let's see if it'll focus, of how old it was. I have been looking up online, so yeah. It's not my style, but I think someone would like it. Next, I found these jars. Two of them are the same, and one is a little bit different. They are these Osterizer mini blend container. So there was two of these with this lid, but I thought that the jars were just a neat shape. Doesn't look like they're reselling for much, but, and then there was this one, but they're really clean jars. I just thought they were cute. And I have some old vintage like thread on bobbins, and I recently put some of them in a jar and it sold immediately. So I might do that with these. I just thought these jars were like a unique shape, so I picked those up. Next, I found this little horn, French horn ornament. I did have some of these in my booth this last Christmas that were silver, and they sold very quickly. I will take this string off, put some different string on. It would be cute like in a wreath or as an ornament, or just sitting, you know, on something if you wanted to stack something. So I grabbed that. I did pick up this random vintage wooden ruler. You know, it does have some markings on it, but it doesn't have like the metal piece. It's not flimsy, like it's real wood. So I did grab that. Be cute, like come school time, like in the fall, to do like last fall I did kind of like a back to school setup. So that would be kind of cute to put in there. I did grab, it's actually from Stampin' Up, and it's new in the wrapper, and it's just this blue ribbon to add to things. So jeans, Reuben jeans is what it's called, jeans band. So yeah. Next I grabbed this this like set. I found like this whole thing of keys in the bins, and everybody kind of looked at me like, what are you gonna do with that? But they are, I feel like, really cool. So there's a bunch of just odd little vintage keys, these little bitty ones here. There's even like this cool old lock, and then there's a couple of these which I thought were really cool. I just thought that was cool. And then I also thought this little tag was really neat. It's got like a number 70 stamp on it. I just thought it was really neat. I didn't notice that on there yesterday, but I think that and the little ones are really cool. Looks like some keys to an old GM. Remember when one was to start your car and another one was just to unlock everything? So anyway, I did grab those. That's for crafting, and a lot of people will buy vintage or older looking keys. Next, I needed to get some books for my booth because every time I put some in, they seem to go right out. So I did look. My mom went with me, and she actually dug through the books and helped me find some. Usually I can find a lot, and I've been having trouble finding some, so I did grab some of these, and I like that the pages are discolored and yellow. I thought this one was just a nice neutral, kind of like linen cover, so I thought that was cute. She found some of these, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and they're just older. There was this Yours Till Niagara Falls. It just looks like a cute, like, vintage kids book. That's not a good page. Oh, yeah. Kind of neat. There was this green one, which is a nice color. I found this one, and I just thought it was really sweet. It's called Spring is a New Beginning, and it's just this tiny little yellow book with this girl on the front. But I thought the images were so cute. Like, here she is. But anyway, I grabbed that because I thought it was just super adorable. Then we found these child craft books. So things about childhood. This one looks pretty vintage. Let's see. 1949. So kind of reminds me of a yearbook, but the pictures in here are kind of talks about like behavior and stuff. So that's an older book. And then this one was pretty big, and it was called Art and Music. I haven't really looked at it yet. So it's got different, it's also 1949, 1937, but it's just got some things about some different artists and things like that. So it's just different and kind of neat. And then I found, when I was done, this tiny little Bible, but it's actually, it says 1894 on the inside, but it's actually what appears to be written in German. So I thought the size was really cool, but just something different, but definitely old. So that is, I also did get this very large blanket. I think I showed it to you in the clip. This is this huge blanket. I did wash it up and I dried it and I left it in the other room, but it was a Land's End blanket, and then I made sure I laid it out to check it. There was no marks or rips or stains or snags, so I did wash that up. I also grabbed this white circular frame. Looks like it could go this way or this way. I might just paint it and distress it a little bit, and I don't know if people are still buying just empty frames to do like the collages or not. You could always hang something in the middle, but I just thought it was kind of a nice piece. So that is what I got for like home stuff. I have been watching a rural squirrel, and she picks up and resells like clothing. So I thought I would just kind of look a little bit and just see what I could find. I quickly discovered that that is not my element. I did pick up a few things, and I think I might try it, but I didn't find anything like super good that I think will sell for a lot. So digging through the clothes was I felt like a ton more work, but I did pick up a couple things. I picked up this, appears to be a vintage Ralph Lauren tie, and I will stick this on eBay. They seem to be going for like 10 to 20 bucks. So I don't have anyone that wears a tie, but I will try that and just see. If not, it's something small that I can ship. I did pick up this sort of like a poncho type top that just goes over, and it does have these tassels on it, and it's like this leopardy print. It is a one size fits all, which is nice, and it's also a Woolrich brand. So I'm gonna see if I can sell this. I did wash it up. It washed up and dried really nicely. So I will try that. Next I found this, I don't even know what to call it. It is like this Gap jacket. It's like quilted here. It's kind of like a bomber style jacket, and it's navy. But I thought it was really kind of neat. I don't know why, there was something about it and I couldn't decide, so I just grabbed it. So I am going to try to list that and just see if I can sell it. I don't know how much it'll go for, but it was in really great shape. So I did pick up a pair of Levi's. I need to research a little more about Levi's. Since I feel like the stuff that I found, no one else picked up, so it's probably not anything. But these are definitely more of a vintage style. They are not skinny jeans or anything. They're in super great condition. They are women's, and they're button fly. So I need to just look a little bit and see if they're worth picking up and what I could maybe get out of them. I did find just an Under Armour t-shirt. I found a couple of thin like tank tops for summer, like just for swimsuit cover-ups or painting in. I did grab these Nike Dry Fit. They're just some leggings, and I was going to try to resell those as well. They are an extra small, so pretty tiny. I don't know if they'll sell or not, but I'll give it a try. And then I did find this flannel, which is probably a men's flannel. It's in good shape. It's just an Old Navy, but I thought that I was gonna just keep it for myself, like roll up the sleeves for like a shacket style. And then the last thing I picked up there were these two vintage children's clothing pieces. I don't know. I'm trying to find the brand on here and I didn't have a lot of luck, but it's just this little blouse with this turned down collar. The label leads me to believe that it is vintage, so I will probably try to sell that. And next I found this really sweet little dress that is blue and white. There's no stains or marks. It's in really good shape. And again, let's see here. This was the brand. So just by the tags are so tiny, but just the tags alone, they just look old. So I am going to kind of research those some more and try my hand at listing some stuff. I might also list some of this other stuff that might not be quite so breakable, like some of this. I do have an Etsy shop, and I might try to put some of my stuff in there just because I need to get rid of some inventory that I have. So I need to go through my stuff and maybe list some things, and when I do, I will share that along with the link. I did go to the regular Goodwill while I was there, and I just picked up a couple things. I did pick up this antique ironstone little sugar dish. It does have, I washed it, it does have staining and crazing on it. I don't know if you can see, which I actually kind of like. It does have a nice stamp, clear stamp on the bottom. So I did wash it up, and I'm still undecided if I'll just put this in with my collection or try to resell it. I did pick up this hat. I have a hat kind of similar to this that's currently hanging in my booth, and a lot of people have asked about it when I show pictures, but so I'm assuming maybe closer to spring it will sell, and then I'll have this one to put in. This one is just a Lauren Conrad, but I did like the floppy style, it would be really cute on like a peg rail or an accordion rack hanging. The only piece of clothing I got there was this, it's like new condition. It's just a V-neck white t-shirt. It's very clean. I don't think anyone's worn it, but it is a Carhartt. So I thought that would be just nice to have. And then the last thing I bought was this. Every time I find these in the store, they're busted up or broken or in bad shape or don't close, but everything was really good. I did pay $8.99 for it. I would love to find some more and like stack them. I think that is really cool. It does still have stuff inside. It's very clean. So I don't really plan on using it as a picnic basket, and I can't decide if I'm going to sell it. I do think it's cute, like sitting up on top of shelves and things. So the color's okay. I wish it was maybe just a little bit darker, but I did grab that as well. So that wraps up my BINS haul and a few things that I got from the regular Goodwill. So I am going to work on some of these things. I do want to set up some stuff for Etsy. So I will let you know when I do that as well, and some of the items that are on it. So if you are interested, I do have some things I show and people ask if I ship it. A lot of times it's already in my booth, but I thought that I would maybe pull some, keep some things behind to offer to share if anyone is interested in some of the stuff that I do find. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite item was. What did you think of the bins? I got a little more footage this time of me at the bins. Usually I get really wrapped up and distracted and I don't get to film as much, but I did try a little bit more this time. So let me know what your favorite item was. If you do enjoy this sort of content, thrifting, DIY and makeovers, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks for watching.